All right, everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're going to be looking at how to describe your daily routine in English.
Uh-huh.
And we found some interesting things about this. I mean, you would think it's such a basic topic.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have a daily routine.
Right.
But there are actually some really cool tips and things to keep in mind
Yeah.
to make what you're saying sound more natural and more interesting. So one of the things that we saw was that instead of saying I wake up, you can say I usually wake up around 6:30 in the morning.
Okay.
So what do you think about that? Why would that make such a difference?
Yeah, well, I wake up. That's grammatically correct.
Sure.
But it's kind of boring, It's
Right.
like just stating a fact. But when you add that extra information around 6:30 in the morning,
Right.
it gives the listener a better picture of what your day is like. So
Yeah.
it makes it more engaging for them to listen to.
Yeah, paints a picture.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
can see it in their mind.
Exactly.
They can imagine you waking up at 6:30.
Yeah. And it also shows that you're using the present simple tense correctly,
Right.
which is
Yeah.
important for describing routines because it shows that it's something that you do regularly.
Got it.
Yeah.
So another interesting thing that the source mentioned was about how daily routines can be really different in other cultures.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So can you tell us a little bit about that? What are some examples of those differences?
Yeah, so let's say you're in Spain.
Okay.
They have a thing called siesta
Oh, yeah.
where they take a break in the afternoon,
Right.
like a nap, basically.
Yeah.
And that's not something that's very common in other cultures or in some Asian countries. It's common to eat rice for breakfast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, so, different cultures have different ways of doing things.
Right.
And it's important to be aware of these differences when you're communicating with people from other cultures because it can help you avoid misunderstandings.
I see. So it's not just about the language.
No, not at all.
It's about understanding the whole culture.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So the source also gives us some helpful phrases for describing our routines. Like I typically start my day with
Yeah.
my morning routine consists of,
Uh-huh.
and after work, I normally compensate.
Yeah.
What makes these phrases so useful?
Well, they give you a framework for describing your day.
Okay.
So if you say, I typically start my day with,
Mm-hmm.
it sets the listener up for what you're about to say.
Right.
And it makes it easier for them to follow along.
I see.
And they're also really versatile.
Oh.
You can use them to describe any part of your day.
So you could say after work, I typically,
Exactly.
and then just fill in the blank.
Exactly.
Okay, I got it. So I have to admit, I'm sometimes a little bit nervous about using more advanced phrases.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like I'm trying too hard.
Right. Yeah.
I just want to sound natural.
Of course.
But the source emphasizes using varied vocabulary.
Uh-huh.
So how do we find that balance between accuracy and fluency?
Well, I think the most important thing is to just relax and not be afraid to make mistakes.
Okay.
Communication is about connecting with people,
Right.
not about being perfect. So don't worry too much about getting every grammar rule exactly right. Just focus on getting your message across.
Okay.
And you can start by incorporating new words and phrases gradually.
Okay.
So instead of just saying, I drink coffee, you could say, I savor a cup of freshly brewed coffee.
Okay.
Or something like that.
So be more descriptive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And the more you practice, the more confident you'll become and the more natural your English will sound.
I like that. So to wrap things up, we've learned some really cool things about describing our day in English.
Yeah.
Like how to use the present simple tense,
Uh-huh.
how to add specific details to make our descriptions more interesting, and how to be aware of cultural differences in daily routines.
Yeah, and don't forget about using those helpful phrases.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I typically start my day with.
Right.
Those can really help you structure your descriptions.
Definitely. And now here's something for you to think about. How would you describe your ideal day in English? Think about all the things you would do and try to paint a picture with your words so we can almost experience it with you. Until next time,